Marylanders are still having trouble getting new health care coverage. Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Denise Douglas.
And I'm Patricia Vallone. Thank you for joining us this evening. Well, there are more than 800,000 uninsured residents in Maryland. Many of them have been trying to sign up for insurance through the state's Health Connection website. 25-year-old Nkosi Dickerson, a Hyattsville resident, is one of them. Dickerson graduated from Bowie State in 2011 and has been on his mom's plan. He's experienced problems for several days now and says the process has been frustrating.
When I enrolled, it was going just fine. It was just going just fine, and I was able to set up my application. About to enroll into Medicaid, and they gave me about a couple of plans to choose from. My mother, she told me to go ahead and check it again to make sure I can print out the certain ones to go to my doctor. And for some reason on that day, I couldn't get on. I tried to use my username and my password, but I didn't change my username or password, and it wouldn't let me in. I actually tried to use another one and try to create another account just to be sure there's something going on if it was just mine. And as soon as I did do it, tried to do another account, the computer actually recognized who I was and actually told me to call the information.
Local health advocates recently launched a hotline that allows residents to talk to an actual person and helps them maneuver the website. That number is 211.
The jabs are coming at least from one side in the Maryland gubernatorial race. Doug Gansler has released a campaign ad criticizing Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown's handling of the rollout of the Affordable Care Act in the state. As you can see, the ad is made to look like an internet search on the topic. It shows clips of Brown and gives information that Maryland is struggling with the online insurance site and posting weaker numbers than other states. We asked Brown earlier today for his reaction to all of this.
There he goes again. It's hard to believe that the Attorney General's first political ad would be a negative and nasty attack against President Obama and the Affordable Care Act and me. That's something that I'd expect from those who are trying to destroy Obamacare. I'm staying focused on finding solutions so that we can ensure that more and more Marylanders have access to affordable, quality health coverage. That's what Marylanders expect, and it's disappointing.
Brown and Attorney General Gansler are running against Delegate Heather Mizere for the Democratic nomination in the primary next June.
The topic of safety and security brought law enforcement, elected officials, and educators together in Adelphi this afternoon. Governor Martin O'Malley hosted his Better Choices, Better Results Forum at Buck Lodge Middle School. The crowd included the county executive, school superintendent, sheriff, and police chief. The program is intended to bring security stakeholders together to discuss ways to collaborate with regional partners to better protect children and families.
A few of the innovative crime-fighting things that we've brought forward in collaboration with so many of you in this room is the public safety dashboard. It's sort of like a Google search for offenders. All sorts of officers log on to that every single day now. It coordinates and collates, pulls into one place all the individual databases. So, for example,
this is the fourth program hosted by the governor as part of his Better Choices, Better Results Forum series. Well, students from one Prince George's County Middle School got a lesson in cyberbullying today. The lesson was delivered by Maryland Attorney General Doug Gansler, who's running for governor. Gansler told students at Watkins Mill Middle School in Capitol Heights what to look out for on the internet and what they should do if they're being bullied online. It's part of the I Choose anti-bullying campaign.
Well, to be careful on the internet. There's wonderful tools as part of the internet. There's a real valuable learning asset, but there's a real underbelly on the internet as well. And children need to be careful about what they do and who they communicate with and what they say on the internet. And that's really the broad message for today.
They should be respecting each other. They should be kind to each other and not engage in anti-bullying.
When asked during the program, most students said they have never been bullied online.
Well, police have a suspect in custody in the death of 30-year-old Stephanie Luda of Suitland. Luda was found stabbed to death in front of this Landover home early on Tuesday morning. Police say the woman, Deanna Parker, has been arrested in this case. Parker and the victim reportedly had an argument which led to the stabbing. The suspect was taken into custody in D.C. today. She's awaiting extradition to Prince George's County. Well, 14 Maryland corrections officers have been indicted. Here we go. Well, 14 Maryland corrections officers have been indicted in an ongoing corruption probe. The indictments announced today are linked to the April charges filed against 25 people connected to the Black Guerrilla family. That gang reportedly ran a drug and sex operation at a Baltimore jail that involved cooperation with correctional officers. To date, nearly 24 officers have been indicted in the Maryland jail corruption probe.